Okay, I'm gonna keep this quick because this is for season 39. I had life stuff happen. Not that, like, my uploads matter to anyone. But I'm just gonna talk pretty quickly about it because A, I don't really remember super distinctly, and B, I don't think it was super interesting anyways. I was waiting for, like, new releases for, I think it was Blue Eyes and Centurion, and, I climbed to Master 1 in 171 games, and I even have it here. I have a little chart I made, and I have it listed as Centurion pre-support. Presumably with the assumption I was going to get to play Centurion with the support, but we never got there. But I played a couple decks. I played a little bit of Sky Striker with the intention of going first. That was this list over here. And then I believe I switched off of that. Not... Here, I can check the win rate. I had like a 56.6% win rate. And then I switched to mathmech, not because of any complaints about Sky Striker, although I did play a couple games going second. But because I wanted to play mathmech for the singular reason that I wanted to deal 10,000 damage and get the title. Mathmech feels so bad, though. So, I played some mathmech. I felt bad about it. I went and I played Striker going second, and then I hit Master 5, and then I played more mathmech. And then... I think I got to Master 4 with mathmech. This is my list, by the way. I don't think this is real. I don't really care about mathmech. I just have these cards because they're in a Striker pack. And these are just like cards I've gotten over time. I think I'd win more with the deck if I was any good at the deck. Multiplication is here. Having played the deck a bit, I don't think multiplication is a good card to be playing. However, I do want Dark Fluid to get 10 bajillion attack so I can deal all the damage in the world. But yeah. We went first. We went second. Sky Striker board breaking. Duster and Heavy Storm are like surprisingly good cards. One talents just because you don't want to draw duplicates. You play 3 Thrust because it's basically engage and it's something that's actually worth drawing a duplicate of. Droplets the same way, but also importantly, like, you can use it to break a board, and if you have a second one, you can actually use it to interrupt their follow-up as well, which I think is actually surprisingly important with Striker. Surprisingly, but you don't OTK anyone, so of course it's important. I've seen people before be like, oh, I don't play Upstart Garblin because I want to be able to OTK my opponent in Striker, and that's just so specific. I don't even understand why you'd bother considering that. And deck building. Maybe after the new support that's been revealed in the OCG, where, like, Ray alone is an OTK, but, like, currently, I'd have to do the math on that again, because it might be that it's actually not even worth considering it there. And anyways, I ended up playing, Centurion at some point. I think I edited the deck since then, yeah. But basically I was playing this pre-Atri, and I played the deck with Atri later, so I edited the deck because, like, I don't really care about the accuracy of my deck profiles here, and at that point I wasn't sure I was going to ever upload it. But here we are. Atri's good, the extra draws and stuff are good. It took me a minute to adjust, but once you adjust, it's just really solid. I've seen people run 2 Primus, and I get why people do run 2 Primus, and I think if you did, you'd probably cut Archfiend. Well, in this deck, you'd cut Omega. Sometimes Omega did come up relevant, I guess. There are just a lot of flex spots in here. By the way, Underworld Goddess is one of them, but I don't know. I like having a card that you can just go, actually, no. I did cut Zeus, and I do think that was relevant. I like running Cipher for two reasons. Firstly, it's an R. Secondly, uh, it's got destruction protection, which can randomly be relevant. But also, like, with Auxilla and, like, Primera, you just generally have protection anyways, so it's generally irrelevant. I don't have too much to say. This is I've talked more and remembered better in previous ones. I just have hand trap lines up. I have a bunch of 2-ofs of hard once per turns because I felt like they were all like relevant, but not that relevant. Blue Eyes wasn't out yet. Otherwise, I'd be on 3 Ghost Ogre. Or I don't think it was, or it wasn't as popular. I don't know. It's been too long. Because I think that was what I played next. But yeah, that's that was season 39. I know this wasn't very informative, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna make a more real profile for the next one because I think I remember that better, and I was playing Blue Eyes. Bye.